So, how important are the citations? And like while you're trying to help us publish papers, do we get citations in a short amount because they usually take time, right?
Uh, s- USCIS looks at citations as a sign of original contribution of major significance to the field. So it's a criteria on its own, right? So there are people who do like PhD, postdoc, they are heavy lifters in your field, especially in the ML field, but in pretty much every field, there's heavy lifters who have thousands of citations over several years, which is a practical kind of impossibility. It's impossible to beat that practically in the 8 months of or 10 months of progress that you will be doing for your EB1A, right? So we don't play the citations game. Instead, USCIS doesn't even ask for citations. Most of the average number of citations in the people that have submitted so far, probably like 5 or 6 if you spread across everybody. Most of them had none. Some had like 40, 50. So it's like 5 or 6 kind of. So USCIS doesn't ask for citations. Instead, they ask for evidence that your work in any form has been used by the field at large. And we use different ways to show that, like papers you have written, how can they be adopted by others in the field? How can those concepts be adopted by others in the field? How can maybe some, again, this not doesn't apply for everyone, but some people have like some crazy Git open source contributions, and then through GitHub you can kind of trace where those modules went and stuff. So that is kind of like original contribution of major significance in the field. There are many subjective elements like that you can put together and draw up a use utility of your contribution to the field, right? Like that way, rather than citation. Citation, people get attracted towards citations because it's a very objective number, and humans are more like, we prefer numbers, right, all the time. So in the absence of those numbers, we'll have to use more subjective arguments, which comes in this form. And we've pretty much every case that got submitted had a decent original contribution claim as well.